Some people don't attack you. They drain you. There's no single moment you can point to. No betrayal you can name out loud. Just a slow, quiet exhaustion that follows certain people into your life and lifts the second they leave. You've felt it. After some conversations you feel lighter. After others you feel hollow, irritated, somehow smaller than you were an hour ago. And you tell yourself it's nothing. You make excuses for them. You remember the good years. And you stay. The Stoics had no patience for this slow bleed. They knew that the people closest to you are not neutral. Every one of them is either building you or eroding you every single day, whether you notice it or not. There is no third option. The man you spend your hours with is the man you are slowly becoming. In the next few minutes, I'll show you 6 signs that someone needs to be quietly removed from your life. Not with a fight. Not with a speech. With silence and distance. Stay to the end, because the 6th sign is the one most men ignore until it has already cost them years. Watch the rhythm of when they reach for you. A certain kind of person vanishes when your life is calm. Then they reappear, warm and familiar. The moment they need a favor, alone, someone to sit through their latest crisis. They don't want you. They want what you provide. You'll know them by the silence between the asks. When you needed support, the line was dead. The minute they need something, you're suddenly their closest friend again. Seneca saw this clearly 2,000 years ago. He wrote, "Friendship which ends can never have been real. A friend who only exists when there's something to extract was never a friend." He was a customer. Think back to the last hard thing you went through. A loss, a layoff, a long stretch of being sick. Notice who showed up and notice who went quiet. The transactional ones have a talent for being unreachable in exactly the seasons you'd actually need them. They're not cruel. They're running an account, and your bad times give them nothing to withdraw. Then watch the reverse. The man who never texts for a year, then sends a long, warm message that takes 3 paragraphs to reach the word, actually. The warmth was the wrapping paper. The ask was the gift the whole time. This isn't someone to confront. Confrontation just hands them another transaction. Your reaction, your guilt. The Stoic move is quieter than that. The action. Stop initiating. Match their effort exactly, no more. Watch what happens when you stop being useful. The ones who only came for the harvest will quietly disappear on their own. Let them. Watch their face the moment you share good news. A real friend's eyes light up when you win. They feel your success like a little of it landed on them too. But there's another kind. The one whose smile arrives half a second too late. The one who finds the single flaw in your good news. The one who says must be nice with a cold little edge on it. Your growth doesn't inspire him. Threatens him. He measured himself against you and you just moved out of reach. Epictetus warned us about the company we keep. The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. The envious do the opposite. Their presence calls forth your hesitation. You start shrinking your wins so they won't sting. Here's the tell most men miss. The envious friend isn't always negative. Sometimes he's too impressed. The praise pours out a beat too thick, too performed, while something behind the eyes goes flat. He's not celebrating you. He's managing the pain of you. And the next time you fail, you'll feel something strange coming off him. Comfort. Relief even. Watch what it does to you over time. You get the promotion and catch yourself downplaying it. You buy the house and mention it like an apology. Without ever deciding to, you've started auditing your own life so it won't provoke a man who's supposed to be glad for you. That reflex to dim yourself is the whole diagnosis. Epictetus also said, attach yourself to what is spiritually superior, regardless of what other people think or do. You cannot rise standing next to a man who needs you low. A man who has to dim his own light so a friend won't feel bad has chosen the wrong friend. The action, test it once. Share a genuine win and watch, truly watch, their first reaction before the words. If you consistently feel the need to play yourself down around them, that's your answer. Quietly stop sharing the parts of your life you've earned. Then stop sharing your time. There's a difference between a friend going through a hard time and a person who is one. We all support people we love through real struggle. That's the price of love, and the privilege of it. But some people don't have storms. They are the storm. The drama never ends because they never want it to end. Crisis is their language, and you've become their permanent audience. You hang up exhausted. You lie awake managing a life that isn't yours. And nothing ever improves because if it did, they'd lose their grip on you. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, "You always own the option of having no opinion. There is never any need to get worked up or to trouble your soul about things you can't control. You can't control a person who refuses to be helped. You can only decide how much of your soul you keep handing over to the chaos. Look closely and the pattern shows up. You offer a solution, and they have a reason it won't work. You offer another, and everyone gets gently swatted away. They never wanted a solution. A solved problem ends the conversation, and the conversation is the whole point. And here's the trap that keeps good men stuck. Leaving feels like betrayal. They're going through so much. How could I step back now? But there's never going to be a good time. The crisis is permanent by design. Wait for them to be okay before you protect yourself, and you'll wait the rest of your life. Marcus had a line for exactly this drain. The things you think about determine the quality of your mind. If your mind is constantly occupied by another man's manufactured emergencies, you don't have a mind of your own anymore. You have an outpost of his. The action. Notice how you feel after. Not during your time with them. During you feel needed. After you feel drained. Trust the after. Slowly reduce your availability. You are not abandoning them. You are stopping the bleed. Watch for the insult dressed up as a joke, and the trap that comes right after it. They say something cutting. You react even mildly, and instantly the frame flips. Relax, I'm just kidding. Why are you so sensitive? Now you've been insulted and then made wrong for noticing. This is contempt with an escape hatch built in. Do it once, it's a bad moment. Do it again, and it stops being a moment. It's a strategy. A slow wearing down of your standing, your confidence, your right to be respected at all. The Stoics held respect as non-negotiable, starting with self-respect. Epictetus said, "If anyone tells you that a certain person speaks ill of you, do not make excuses about what is said of you, but answer, 'He was ignorant of my other faults, else he would not have mentioned these alone.' Unbothered, unmoved, and then gone if the pattern keeps going. Notice where this almost always happens. In front of others. The cutting remark lands at the dinner table or in the group chat because the audience is part of the weapon. If you object, you're the one ruining the mood, the one who can't take a joke. While he sits back with the easy smile of a man who just scored a point off you and made you pay the social cost for it. And there's a quieter version that cuts deeper. The backhanded compliment. Wow, you actually pulled that off. Not bad, for you. Each one a gift with a blade folded inside it. He can always claim he meant the kind half. You're left holding the sharp half, looking paranoid if you say anything. Epictetus, who had been a slave and knew what it meant to have your dignity stripped, taught that no one can degrade you without your cooperation. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. You can't stop the remark. You can absolutely stop showing up to the table where it keeps getting served. You don't owe a seat at your table to someone who keeps spitting on the plates. The action. Stop laughing at the jokes that cut you. Don't argue. Arguing feeds it. Just go quiet and let the silence sit there, heavy and clear. Then start closing the door. A man who respects himself doesn't negotiate for basic respect. He pulls away from anyone who refuses to give it. Some people don't hate the new you. They just liked the old you better because he didn't make them feel left behind. You decide to get disciplined. They mock it. You stop drinking. And suddenly your sobriety is boring. You start working toward something, and they remind you with a laugh of every time you failed before. They want you back in the version of yourself they were comfortable with. This is the most dangerous sign because it wears the mask of friendship. We've known each other forever. Don't change on me. But every word is an anchor, and you're trying to climb. Seneca was blunt about this. Associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve. The reverse holds just as hard. Spend your days with men who pull you down, and you'll spend your life down there with them. Watch the small sabotage. You order water, and someone slides a drink in front of you, just this once. You mention the gym at 5 a.m., and the chorus starts. Look at this guy now. Too good for us? None of it looks like an attack. All of it is built to make growth feel like a betrayal of the group. And understand why they do it. Your discipline is a mirror. Every time you do the hard thing, they see reflected back the thing they keep refusing to do. So instead of rising to meet you, they reach up to drag you back down to where the mirror goes dark. It's the plain animal pull of people who'd rather you fail beside them than succeed above them. Seneca warned about exactly this poison of crowds. To consort with the crowd is harmful. There is no person who does not make some vice attractive to us, or stamp it upon us, or taint us unconsciously therewith. Taint us unconsciously. You just wake up one day having drifted, and the men around you turn out to have been the current. The action. Look at your closest 5 people. Honestly ask, are they the version of me I'm becoming, or the version I'm leaving? You don't have to announce anything. Just start spending more time around who you want to be, and less around who you were. Here is the sign most men ignore until it has cost them years. You already know. Somewhere under the excuses and the history and the loyalty, you already know this person isn't good for your life. You feel it tighten in your chest before you even see them. You've explained them away to other people 100 times. That constant defending of someone who keeps hurting you, that's the sign. The truth doesn't need that much maintenance. Only a lie does. The Stoics taught that we suffer most not from events, but from refusing to see them clearly. Marcus wrote, "The first rule is to keep an untroubled spirit. The second is to look things in the face and know them for what they are. You've been looking away, and the looking away is what's eating you. Notice your own body. Keeps a more honest record than your mind does. The dread when their name lights up your phone. The small tightening before you walk in to see them. The flat, scraped-out feeling on the drive home. Your nervous system filed its verdict a long time ago. Your loyalty has just been refusing to read it back to you. And listen, none of this means hatred. You can wish someone well and still not let them near you." Marcus, who dealt with traitors and fools every day of his reign, held both at once. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Cutting someone out quietly isn't revenge, and it isn't contempt. It's the plain act of choosing your own peace over your fear of an empty seat. Seneca, with his own time running short, put the stakes plainly. Life is long enough if you know how to use it, but when it is wasted in heedless luxury and spent on no good activity, we are forced at last by death's final constraint to realize that it has passed away before we knew it was passing. Every hour you spend defending a person who diminishes you is an hour subtracted from a life you don't get back. The action. Tonight, sit in silence and let yourself finish the sentence you keep interrupting. I already know that. Whatever name fills that blank, you have your answer. You don't need a confrontation. You need distance, given quietly and held firmly. Less of your time, less of you, until the space between you tells the whole truth without a single word. So, 6 signs it's time to quietly cut someone out. They only appear when they need something. They shrink every time you succeed. Every conversation leaves you carrying their chaos. They disrespect you, then call you sensitive. They pull you toward who you used to be, and your gut already knows you've just been overriding it. Notice the thread running through all 6. Not one of them needs a villain. Most of these people aren't evil. They're just costing you more than they give season after season, in a currency you can never earn back. Your time. Your peace. The person you're trying to become. The Stoics never asked you to hate anyone. They asked you to see clearly and then to act on it. Cutting someone out doesn't have to be a war. The Stoic way is quieter and it works better. No speeches. No drama. Just distance, calmly created and firmly kept. You owe no one access to a life they keep damaging. If even one name came to mind while you listened, do one quiet thing for yourself. Subscribe and let this channel be a small daily reminder to protect your peace like the rare thing it is. And remember, the people you let close become the walls of the room you live in every day. Build them carefully, and never be afraid to take one down in silence.